Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be building this server rack, and then Jackson at the end is going to help me do a review on the server rack. Let's just get right into this build, shall we? So anytime I get started with a build like this, if it's a desk or especially this, something that I've never built before, I like to lay out all the pieces and see what I'm working with. At this point, I've built many desks on this channel, so I was going in pretty confident that this was going to be easy. It looked overwhelming because there's a lot of things I just didn't quite know yet, but overall this build was really easy. I'll show you some issues that I had later in the video, like when they come up, but here's all the parts laid out, and it even comes with this bag of hardware, and it actually comes with a little bit more than you need. A slight annoying thing that I didn't like that most desk builds do, but this didn't, is label the screws. So I didn't exactly know what like an M5 screw was. Like on the directions, it would say use screw A, and then you would look up what screw A was, and it was an M5. And I just kind of used logic to determine what screw to use. I mean, for the most part, you can't really put the wrong screw in, only one type will fit. So just keep that in mind. And if you've built stuff like this before, it'll be easy for you. I'm just not as good at this stuff. The overall build maybe took 30 minutes. It was really easy. There's a couple weird parts in the directions that didn't exactly match up with the actual product itself. For example, these locks, you actually had to build the metal locking mechanism, and in the picture here you can see it has a curved one, and I was a little worried that they didn't ship it because I couldn't find a curved one. They just had these long flat ones that I had to use, but it still worked and it was good. The locking mechanism was a little finicky to get first try, still pretty easy to install overall. Just make sure you take your time with some parts here, like the inside, and make sure everything lines up correctly. This only comes with one shelf, one tray, so you can put that basically wherever you want. They have these nice numbers on the side here, so you can line it up exactly how you want it, exactly how you need it. But really just taking this one step at a time, I found this build pretty easy. Easy assembly is really key for me on any of these Amazon purchases like this, but you can tell that the build quality is a little bit cheaper, but you are getting what you're paying for about 80 bucks. This still is going to work just fine for anything you want to do. And it comes with an Allen wrench for one of the types of screws, but you will need a regular Phillips screwdriver as well to get most of the other screws. And for the most part, this really just uses those one type of screws for the whole build. So that made it really easy. I found the directions slightly confusing, but still pretty straightforward, and as you can see here, building it was a breeze. There was one part where I had to have Matt come in and help hold the tray so I can screw it in, because you had to get one side and then the nut on the other side to lock it into place. But that was hard to do with one person, so I had Matt help me, but you can probably still do it with one person if you're patient. So overall, the build was easy. The quality is pretty good. Let's have Jackson finish this video off and tell you a little bit more on the breakdown on what he thinks.
Alright guys, so we just got done building this Vevor 6U server rack, and as you guys can see, it's definitely a very solid unit. Probably weighs around 30 pounds. It's got decent airflow. You have some ventilation at the top. You have a little bit on the sides, so that is something to keep in mind, is it probably will cut down on noise because the fans aren't going to make a ton of noise coming out of it. You know, if you have anything that's really hot inside of here, you might want to figure out a better cooling solution, or maybe even add some of your own holes. It's pretty modular. Like these guys, how does this work? Unlock it. But as you guys can see, it's pretty modular. You got keys on like almost every single entry point, which is pretty cool. It comes with 6 keys. But yeah, you have a lock on literally each side. So you have one on the front, one on each side. Pretty cool. It definitely adds a lot of modular features to this. And obviously with this being just standard 6U, you can fit up to 6 1U items in it, or you could put 3 2U items in it. You got a lot of options with it. Right now, we just have a little power delivery unit, which is fallen over. It's not clipped in properly. It comes with only one tray, so that's kind of something to keep in mind too. If you need to do something like we're gonna be doing with it, which is mounting some motherboards, you're gonna need to get custom trays for it, which we will be getting soon. Otherwise, you're just gonna be using the actual rails in here that are just standard server mounting.
Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.